Slim pickings at offensive tackle heading into Sunday night. Mike Petraglia inside Paycor Stadium. We're here on Friday. The Bengals simulated what would be a typical Friday walkthrough before a Sunday game, really working quite a bit on red zone offense and defense, with the offense making a couple of plays, the defense making a couple of plays. Joe Burrow looked really good at times, finding Hayden Hurst on a short out that turned into a touchdown from the 5-yard line. And then it was Burrow finding Jamar Chase over Cheeto Awuzie in the right corner of the end zone, and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd on the left side. Defense came up and made a couple of very good plays. Eli Apple knocking the ball away from Jamar Chase at the last second, celebrating by jumping up on the wall behind the back end zone behind me. And also the linebacker play looked very good in the red zone, trying to take away some of the inside routes from Joe Burrow. So overall, a pretty productive day for both the offense and defense in the red zone. And Zach Taylor, after practice, told us that he's not upset when a defensive play gets made or an offensive play gets made by Joe Burrow. He looks at it as overall execution, and that's really what he wants to see. In terms of who's going to be available Sunday night at MetLife Stadium against the New York Football Giants, Bengals better hope that none of their offensive linemen, specifically tackles, go down injured. They have three available for Sunday night. Devin Cochran, Deontay Smith coming back from a back injury. He was also going through the walkthrough here on Friday and also practiced on Thursday. So he is, of course, available. And then there's Hakeem Adeniji. Of course, he played right tackle last Friday against the Arizona Cardinals. That's it. Jonah Williams will not dress. Of course, La'el Collins will not dress. He's coming back from his own injury issues with his back. But here on Friday, La'el Collins was in uniform and with the first team offensive line. After practice, he said it felt great, not just to be on the field, but get into a rhythm of what up-tempo offense is going to be like, especially in the red zone with Joe Burrow running the offense. So that is a good sign for the Bengals, but certainly the negative sign is that someone like Isaiah Prince is now week to week with a biceps injury. He will not be available. Of course, Jackson Carman was ruled out indefinitely. He is fighting COVID, so that news broke on Thursday. So already a lot of the reserves who figured to get time playing on the offensive line will not. Starting at left guard, that big battle position here throughout camp for the Bengals on Sunday night, that will be Cordell Volson. Volson, of course, got a lot of playing time in the second half, started the second half last week against Arizona. He will start the game on Sunday night in New York against the Giants. The other news is Trey Hill. We told you earlier in the week that Trey Hill was getting more and more reps at left guard. Well, he was on the second team on Monday in practice. As it turns out, he will come in and play significant time at left guard. And the reason for that is, and the fact that he did not start camp at that left guard position, is because Zach Taylor said after practice today that the team loves the way he's been running the offense and calling out protections as the center. He's been doing a very, very good job as the center for the Bengals, and Zach Taylor was a little bit hesitant and Frank Pollock to move him out of that center position until he had that position and its responsibilities really nailed down. The Bengals now feel comfortable enough that he can move over to left guard and start getting significant reps there if indeed the Bengals need him at left guard some point during the season. The Bengals had their walkthrough here on Friday, as we said. They will leave Saturday for New York and have the game on Sunday night at MetLife Stadium. The Bengals will have Monday and Tuesday off. They begin joint practices with the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams this Wednesday and Thursday, off day Friday, and the final preseason game will be a week from Saturday here inside Paycor Stadium. Zach Taylor was asked after practice today whether or not he's been paying attention to any of the brouhahas and scuffles that have been happening in joint practices such as Foxborough, where the Patriots and Panthers got into it not just one day, but both days of their joint practices. Of course, they'll have a preseason game in Foxborough on Friday night. But Zach Taylor said it's important to communicate with the players that these are joint practices. Both teams want to get something out of them, and tempers have to be kind of held in check. We expect to have Joseph Asai playing on Sunday night, by the way, against the Giants. Again, his snaps will be controlled. And one more player to watch on Sunday night that was mentioned here before after practice here on Friday, Tyler Shelvin. He will get more snaps. He is feeling stronger than he did when he started training camp, so he will get more snaps than he did against the Arizona Cardinals last Friday. For complete coverage, follow me on Twitter at Trags, Trags. Of course, all of our coverage all season long on CLNSmedia.com, and be sure to click on the link below for coverage during the preseason and the regular season at the Jungle Roar podcast on YouTube. We want to hear all of your comments, positive, negative, and everywhere in between about our coverage of your Cincinnati Bengals. Inside Paycor Stadium, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.